Hello, can you hear me? Here, I'm going to turn on my spotter dot as well. I am just on the border of California and Arizona. Following, yay, audio, great. Good to see you, Grifter. Hi, Jan, how are you? How y'all doing today? Let me just make sure everything is okay before we get going. Alright, we are tracking this interesting cell that is right on the border of California and Arizona along I-10. If you look on radar, you'll see that it's definitely increased in intensity, and lightning has shot up. So now the question I'm trying to decide, because I have this vantage point right here, is do I get ahead of it to quartzite? Mother Nature toying with you in Iowa. Sorry about that, Jan. So the storm right in front of us, I'll pull back a little bit so you can see the full thing. Can't say it's doing much moving at the moment. It's parked over at this nature preserve over here, but ever so slowly is crossing its way to I-10. Quartzite area on spotter stat. Yep, that's exactly where I am. Tracking the storm that's in the area that the Storm Prediction Center today said there would be a localized low tornado threat. And so really the name of the game for the next couple of hours is hopping between cells and seeing if you're going to get some boundary interactions. Now this storm right now is parked over a nature preserve, probably causing a ton of flooding. So we're waiting to see. It has a special weather statement on it now. Quarter size hail, flood watch. Yeah, Tammy, I'm pretty close to Yuma. About an hour north of it. I might end my night at Yuma, though. Alright, I'm seeing some really interesting Scud. Actually, at the bottom of the storm. Just trying to keep an eye on that. Let me see if I can get to it. A little this way. See that rising Scud on the left side of the screen. No, it's not Minnesota, Amanda. It's we are currently outside of Quartzite, Arizona, which is on the border of Arizona and California, right along the 10. There's all this monsoonal energy. Actually, hold on. There's also... Alright, we're gonna go... Oh my. Alright, hold on. Right in there, you're gonna see some rising Scud. That is suspicious. Oh, sorry. Suspicious and worth investigating in there. I think probably the play... Quartzite is a neat town, and you know what? I'm going to speed ahead to it, because I think beyond these mountains I'm going to get a better view of the storm. And there's a few more off-ramps. But we are about to just get smacked by hail here. I just got my car fixed. Sus indeed. And this is like, again, this is like textbook. So now we're heading west on I-10 towards the border. So what gets my attention with this storm as well is dew points are very high in this area, unusually high for Arizona and the desert. And that's all that Gulf of California moisture being pulled in by the remnants of Mario. But right now, all we can see is straight through a rain shaft, so hopefully we can weave around this. Bear with me. A rockhound's paradise, absolutely. This area is just gorgeous. We're about to pass through a beautiful reservation over here. Seeing that. Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry I scheduled it for 2, but came in a little early just because storms started popping up, and this one has really caught my attention. If you see it on radar, south of Quartzsite, it has a really good shape to it. The one to the north is also really interesting with me, and there should be some boundary interactions happening too, and some mergers, so we're just gonna see what happens. But there's literally no way I can get to that storm to my south, at least not safely right now, because I don't have my off-road vehicle. Oh, look at that rain shaft in front of us. Oh yeah, this is great. So these two storms are merging together. It should be really interesting to see what happens. Sometimes storms, when they get a merger, it will weaken them, but other times it will give that like bounce, that oomph to tornado genesis. Still very unlikely we'll get that today. But after Utah the other day, I'm like, I'll bite. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We are just outside of Quartzsite, Arizona. Stopping at off-ramps, having a look around. Very strong rain and hail shaft to my south. When I have a second here, I'll turn around so you can see it. Thank you so much. Honestly, I really like the look on reflectivity of the storm. I think the hail is starting up. Yeah, we're gonna get a little ahead of this, come to think of it. I literally just replaced this window. Reed and Freddie. Yeah, that was some pretty wild damage. I feel bad because I'm sure other people did, but I really goaded Reed on to go chasing that day on Twitter. He was giving me crap about the Vikings. Okay, there is a very suspicious lowering on the back end of this, so we're going to get far ahead and check that out. Please like and subscribe if you have a chance. So we're entering the city of Quartzsite. Oh man, my camera is angled, sorry about that. I just threw this together so we could go live. Alright, really low scud. Next time I'm able to turn around the camera, I'll show you. Super sus. Yeah, it's definitely a wall cloud on the back end of this thing. Alright, so we got some Scud on the back end that has some very low level weak rotation right now. Sorry, I don't have the bubble cam right now. My car is still having electrical issues, and this weekend we're going to put an inverter right on the battery. I'll show you what I'm talking about if I am ever blessed with an off-ramp here. Backer. Sorry if the audio is spotty. Alright, I have an off-ramp coming up here. Winds are really picking up. It's inflow coming into the storm. It's definitely trying. So let's see what... Might be able to hear. When's this gonna get us back on track? I hope so. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, we definitely got some rotation on the back of this. Alright, so we're coming up to an off-ramp. I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm talking about. I feel like that scene in South Park where Kenny's playing the game and the angels are narrating all the cool stuff that's happening. Oh, this is like 10 times better than Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah, okay. I like what I'm saying. I'll show you why in just a moment. It appears there is a good frontage road that we can take. Okay. Here we go, off-ramp. Overpass. So it just stopped raining. The rain was quite heavy a moment ago. So the storm is organizing, it's breathing in the clear air behind it. And if you look on radar, there's a really nice clear slot. It's also merging with this other storm. It just went severe warned as well. So we just evaded 1-inch hail. Alright, I'm gonna turn this around so you can see what I'm looking at. Patience, please. There's definitely rotation on it. Just because you're a chaser doesn't mean you can run stop signs. Alright, so turn the camera just on the back there. So right in front of you is just a nice clear slot of air that the storm is sucking in. And as I turn up ahead, you're going to be able to see the suspicious lowering that we were all referring to. Tornadoes are very rare in Arizona. It would be something if we got one here. I mean, the conditions are ever so slightly favorable for it. As you'll see when I turn here, got ourselves very suspicious happening here. So we're gonna give this a minute. So I'm just gonna look at radar for a moment, check that out on the back end here. Not a lot happening yet. Let me just look at the road network too. Absolutely, Tammy. Patience is the game. Oh, crud. It's doing the thing again. Hold on. This damn camera. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, though. Very strong hail core in this storm, though. If you look a little off to the side here as well. See some very weak rotation there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We are just outside of Quartzsite, which as of right now has the best markers from the Storm Prediction Center for any tornado possibility. Very low markers today. But what it does look like is a new wall cloud. A wall cloud's trying to come together on the right side of the screen there. And while we wait, I'm just going to get the backup camera going. Just in case this one decides to go kapoots. We have another battery too, sweet. It is definitely just trying to do the thing. We're gonna just sneak ahead a little bit here and get a different view. So, inhibiting factors. The storm merger that just happened might cut off its inflow. Thank you so much for liking and sharing. I'm just going to scoot ahead just a little bit. The road curves. There we go, much better view right here. It actually has a real nice clear slat right there. So this is where you want to be. And right in front of us, you can see just ever so slightly dancing rotation. Get out and take a photo. Be right back. Well, I hope you get some storms in Oklahoma, Tammy. Actually, this is... Hey, Andy, thank you so much for joining. We are just outside of Quartzsite, Arizona, where the National Weather Service has put an incredibly slim but possible risk for a localized tornado threat. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Hi, Ashante. We are watching this right now. Still pretty elevated too. just look on reflectivity as well. The real question is it going outflow dominant? That's gonna decide a lot of what happens here. See, there's a lot of rise in motion in those clouds. Right in front of us. You see that left to right motion as well? Keep the window down. Definitely it's... Something's gonna happen, it will be here. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Emergency email. Welcome. Hi, Kim Twister. We are in Quartzsite, Arizona, where there is a very conditional, very localized setup for a possible tornado that the Storm Prediction Center highlighted. And right in front of us, we're watching some very weak rotation. So the question is, monsoon love. I love the monsoon. All right. So then the question becomes, is it going to get enough inflow, or will that become outflow dominant? All right, we're going to pull back a little bit just to get the bigger picture. This is coming our way. And then that way, if hail starts going, I probably find somewhere in Quartzsite. I just would love my my car to last, 48 hours with the windshield. Some late rotation behind us. Still very broad. The storms are merging, trying to figure out what's up. All right, let me see. I'll turn around here. Right above us, really. You can see in the clouds just some rising motion. Spinning ever so slightly, but also looks like the Scud is coming down towards us here. You see those little fingers? We want to keep an eye on this whole base. I'm just going to turn for a moment so you can see this. This is my daughter's favorite part of... Hey, emergency email. The storm is in Quartzsite, Arizona. My daughter's favorite part of the storm is this aqua blue that comes from hail. Now this looks scary, but I think the question is this becoming outflow dominant? Let me fix my camera. Hey, good to see you, Marcy. Thanks for being here. Tracking this interesting little setup that the National Weather Service highlighted as a very localized possibility for a tornado. But look at that Scud right there. What is that doing? That is weird. Roll down the windows here. Take a photo of this. That is is some weird looking Scud. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Definitely the cloud bases are lowering a bit. I feel like possibly this merger may have made it more outflow dominant, but still a little early to tell. So if you're just tuning in, we're watching this severe warning storm, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds, showing some light ticks of rotation. There's also a mesoscale discussion out. Let me get a look at that. Mainly for wind, and unseasonably moist air masses in place. They do call out that it's localized, stronger storms, and transient supercell structures. I would not rule out a quick spin up. So we're gonna get a little further back. There are residential places nearby. That is a great question. Emergency email. As of right now, this is a severe warning storm. It is not a tornado warning storm. Though there is enough in the atmosphere to make it flip on a dime, or not. So we're going to get a little further closer to town. So the bubble cam is working now. However, because my car has been having electrical issues, I have pared back just for this week everything to one camera. So my apologies. All right, let's check out a little further down. This is where I give my viewers headaches. I absolutely cannot wait to get the lifts in my Prius on Saturday. All right. Check out that hail shaft behind the bush. Or a rain shaft. Hail core on this is also very strong. As you can see there, that aqua blue, that would be hail. Fascinating. So this merger has made it bow out. And now I'm curious to see, this whole thing is now just outflow dominant. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Sorry, hold on. Oh, I see the problem. I'm on demo mode. Set up. Give me one moment. All right. I think we're good. I thought the battery was kicked, but it's just going to demo mode. Oof. Alright, I'm still hugging this this outer edge where you see a lot of clear air, because that's where you're going to be able to get the inflow. Depending on how the storm moves, that would be tornado genesis. So we're going to move a little ways away. Hey Andy, no worries, lurk away. Always just glad to have everyone in any capacity. Alright, so we're going to move a little closer to quartzite here. This is definitely the strongest storm in the area as well. So, Quartzsite, Arizona. Yeah, really cool town. Great beef jerky at that jerky stand. You know how much I love talking about food. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I am based out of Arizona, Chaser. I also spend my summers in the high plain or northern plains. And probably will be doing some hurricane and winter storm chasing as well. I am chasing a severe warning storm just about to impact Quartzsite, Arizona, warned with 1 inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. I only have my front camera working right now, so I'm just going to get a little ahead of it, turn around so you can see the storm. Ooh, loves. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much for joining. And I know I'm here many hours before I said I would be. I started popping off a little faster. That's why I got out here quickly. I wasn't going to go live until I had something to report. All right, here's a good... I'll get to the loves here. If my camera goes black, it's just for a split second. It's going to demo mode. Just like super annoying. It's private property. Loves. Here's a perfect spot. I love desert towns because you always get these like places to pull off. Okay. The storm right now is outflow dominant. Look at that rain shaft. Yet another earthquake, Tammy? Goodness. That's terrifying. Earthquakes scare me, but that was enough for me. Okay, so here's what's holding my attention about this spot. 3.7. Oosh. Yeah, you'll feel that. So a lot of the storm is showing outflow dominance on the left side. It does look really scary. However, what I'm interested about is right here, if you notice, you see the rain shaft. But beyond that, it's just clear blue sky as this thing moves to the northwest. And I am seeing some pretty suspicious rising motion in it. So that's where you got to keep abreast of the hail shaft. So we'll get to the loves, which is on higher ground anyway. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. You got a couple little towers firing off to its south, too. Great. So we got the loves here. So it looks like we need some shelter. You can take that. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we are warned. The storm is warned for 1 inch hail. Just trying to find a good spot for you. Strong outflow winds off of this thing. Alright, we'll turn around here. 1 inch hail, 60 mile an hour winds. You see there are towers firing up. All right. So let's take a look what happens here. So this storm is going pretty outflow dominant. make sure my VPN is on too. All right, I think we're back. Let me know if you can hear me and everything. Let me know if you can hear me. Sorry for the hold up there. Oh, great. Fantastic. All right, look at this. So the reason I had to dip out for a moment is I was just adjusting my VPN, because if I have to take shelter under something, which I think I'm going to miss this hail core by just an inch, you know, Starlink won't work. But if you look, that hail core is very beefy. Let me try to get you a view of the front of the gust front as well. I am absolutely going to eat it. The storm's gotten a little more outflow dominant. Oh, hold on. Which is okay. Just waiting to see if it's going to ingest some of this warm air behind it. But if you look, Carol, yeah, my location is Quartzsite, Arizona, right on the border of California. I'm be drifting around here. Right now, this severe warning storm has a very strong hail core on it. Had for a moment some light rotation. Gonna see if it can recollect after all these mergers. Ton of lightning on it. And then I'll show you how close I am to the rain shaft and hail core right now. Absolutely, Carol. I can't wait to... Oh, check out this wind coming off of it. Here it comes. Here comes the gust front. All right, we're going to get rocked a little bit, and that's okay. Check out all that. Alright. So this is passing just to my north. There is a very light rotation signal on it. Very weak. Thank you. It's about to get very windy. Try to get face into it more. Thank you. The storm is coming right into Quartzsite right now. It was taking a northeasterly or northwesterly route, but it's starting to turn more towards the north as it interacts with other storms. Right in front of us is the area of interest. It's hard to see because of all the rain. Yeah, RH, I'm in Arizona and California, or on the Arizona side of the California border. I couldn't have possibly made that sound more confusing. But the sunlight interaction right behind us makes me really curious about this storm. Yeah, we want to keep an eye on this, so I'm going to turn around. Omaha, Nebraska. I don't have it in front of me. You might be under a slight risk today. I don't have the map in front of me. I think the SPC upgraded certain parts. All right, hold on. We're going to turn around again. Because when I talk about boundary interactions, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Yeah, hour north of Yuma. I might end the night in Yuma. We'll see. Alright, this area right in front of me is really catching my interest. If you look right behind the red Indian restaurant that I am coveting right now. Should have eaten before this. There's a lot of rising motion. Storm hasn't decided if it's outflow dominant or not. Great question, Country Boy. You don't have to have a degree to be a storm chaser. Now, the important thing is I'm not a meteorologist. I went to school in, say, English political science, and then I've always been a storm fanatic. A lot of the fundamentals of meteorology are super helpful, though. And I have seen amazing meteorologists who are amazing storm chasers, and I have seen plenty of people without college degrees who could just like kick my butt. Alright, take a look to the right of the camera. You're gonna see a strong cut. That's the rain shaft. Thanks for tuning in. Is it Yode or... Sorry, my apologies. So, more likely in Yuma is going to be severe storms throughout the day. The SPC did warn about a slight chance of localized tornadoes in the area around the lower Colorado River Valley. It's very contingent. And right now, I'm in Quartzsite, where, actually right in front of us, this storm is starting to create a whole bunch of interesting interactions. Alright, we just got a warning. Alright, so there's a flash flood warning in effect for where we just were. As you can see with that crazy rain shaft just off to the right. That's what they're talking about. So that first place that I was at earlier is now completely flooded out. Now I'm trying to stay ahead of it because I am not completely done with the front of this storm. Well, weak on velocity. Actually, the back of it is doing some interesting stuff as well. So you can see the outflow from this is very strong. No problem, Hellcat. I am in Quartzsite, Arizona, tracking a severe warning thunderstorm. A flash flood warning is in effect. You can see the rain shaft just to the right of the on camera. Yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you so much for tuning in. The winds are picking up here. These strong outflow winds. Now, what's really catching my interest is if you look on radar, you got this little bulge and notch developing just south of Quartzsite. And the question is that going to become a new area of rotation as more inflow comes into the storm, or is it going to bow out? Either way, we're about to get smacked. Let me turn around again to see if I can get a good look at it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is you see this clear air in front of us? It's kind of what you want to see. I'm just going to move ahead a little bit here, then turn around. Very strong outflow winds. So we're going to turn around here. Great question. Do we have basements in AZ? Not really. Oh wow, check out this check out the outflow wind here. Smacking across the road. Alright, this is exactly where we want to be if there's going to be a storm interaction that becomes tornadic. Oh, hold on. Just going to keep doing that. Again, thank you so much. We're up to 228 people tuning in right now. Thank you so much. We are just outside of Quartzsite, Arizona, and you know, I'm going to have the windows down. I'm going to regret this in a minute. Where we are tracking a severe warning storm that has a flash flood warning attached. So if you are driving, if you are looking to drive to Quartzsite from either side, pause and let this thing cross the road because it is torrential downpour across all of I-10. We are currently, great question, or yeah, so we shelter in closets, bathrooms. For the most part, there aren't much in the way of tornadoes in the greater like Phoenix, Arizona area. We do get microbursts, which can be incredibly strong. Alright, we'll do one more loop. So, you know, I like doing loops. That looks scary, but it's mainly Scud. It's a little bit of, because that's the area of late rotation right now, but I think there's going to be a handoff. We're keeping an eye for a minute. Patience is key. What this whole storm is going to do is it completes this merger. If you look to the south on radar, the southwest, there are other storms popping up as well, closer to Blythe. And I'm just going to look really quick at mesoanalysis and see if it is worth going after that one, because I really like the look of it. For those who don't know, mesoanalysis is a bunch of composite indices on the Storm Prediction Center website. All right. It's pretty much the whole area is a jump ball. All right. I think it's to our benefit to move a little further to the west. Because there's, if you look on radar, a new storm that's popping up just by Blythe that I like the look of as well. I drive through some rain along the way. Really strong rain shaft there, huh? Actually, gonna give it one more minute here. Because this storm really wants to check out that rain shaft. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please hit like and subscribe. I chase all over the country when I get the chance. Stay-at-home parent first. See, that rain shaft is definitely has a clear cut on it. Yep, there's definitely hail in it as well, and you can see the hail core on radar. So we're gonna let that pass for a minute. Just waiting to see what the storm interaction was like on the bottom cell. But I think the next game is going to be the one over by Blythe. That's where we want to go next. So Yuma, you have a pretty strong storm brewing right on the Mexico border. That should be heading north too, closer to Fortuna foothills. So just be aware that some storms can pop in your area. Thank you so much for the great shots. Or for that compliment. Alright, we are going to head further west. I really like the development happening there. And if something really catches my eye, I can always whip around. There's a few overpasses up ahead. I do feel like if there's going to be a weird storm interaction that creates a tornado closer to the Colorado River Valley is where it's going to be. What the hell are you doing? Look over Loves here. We got some rising Scud. Sus. Still very high base there. We'll keep an eye on it. It's a powerful rain shaft. I'm going to get out for a moment while we have this shot. I want to get a full 360 of what I'm looking at. Radar is one thing, but just using your eyes when you're this close to the storm is the way to go. Again, thank you so much, everyone. 232 people watching right now. We're tracking a severe warning storm impacting Quartzsite, Arizona right now. Actually, we'll move ahead a little bit since we have time between storms. So there would have been flooding impacts like literally right ahead of us. What has my attention is off to the left. There's some more clear air. It looks like it's trying to reorganize. So we'll dip into Quartz, and then we're going to go further west. Oh, no stop sign. That's on me. Alright, looks like some rain over here, but the majority of the rain shaft stayed to the eastern side of Quartzsite, which is good. I don't want flooding. This is some pretty good flooding right here. for some good rain right here. All right. So we'll whip around, and we are heading to Blythe. I'm going to keep an eye on this as well. That area of interest died off. Apologies for the lag. There's going to be some drop frames. I'm in a not the best reception wise. And then I was just by a hail core that was not making it easy for reception. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I am in Quartzsite, Arizona, chasing a severe warning storm. The National Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center had highlighted this area as a very low-end possibility for localized tornado threat. Oh, hold on. That's just going to do that every once in a while. Camera's fine. It's stuck on demo mode. And so we are hopping from storm to storm as they pop up here. You see, we already have a storm firing up just west of us. Actually a pretty good looking storm. They'll probably will scooch into Blythe just in time. But these cloud bases here, because of the high dew points, are crazy low for the desert. And so that's going to be, Cape is high too. All right, so Blythe is 20 miles away. Should get there just in time before the next storm smacks. Yeah, thank you for sticking with me while I have some reception issues. I'll do my best here, but definitely is lagging a bit. Hopefully it'll catch up in a minute. Yeah, great question. So right now the monsoonal effect is from the remnants of Hurricane Tropical Storm Mario and impacting southwestern Arizona, southeastern California. And there should be some storms firing up further east as well. I wouldn't rule out Phoenix getting some storms tonight. Wolfstone, I know the feeling. I wanted to see a tornado for years, and I remember the first one I saw when I was a kid. Never forget it. So my mom yelled, "Come to the window quick," which I think is the best parenting given the situation and the kid she was raising. She was obsessed with storms too. All right, we got another severe thunderstorm warning that fired off the remnants of, or right behind. So we have 2 active severe thunderstorm warnings going. Now, I still like this storm over by Blythe. However, any of these Alright, so the storm by Blythe has a flash flood warning now. Storm over by east of Quartzsite has been severe warned with 1-inch hail. But again, same problem as earlier, is there's no way I can catch up to it because it's over a nature preserve. So like the storm that hit Quartzsite right now, it really is over the middle of nowhere. There's just enough span here. Yeah, thank you so much for bearing with me. Arizona is known for its absolutely terrible cell service out in the desert. I have a Starlink going, but the Starlink only works if there aren't heavy cloud bases. And so then as backup, I'm using my cell phone. In the future, I'll have a couple different networks going. Alright, we're gonna pull off here for a minute because the storm that we just passed is intensifying as well. If we give them a minute, I can split the difference. Where does this road go? Let's find out. Alright. I'm just curious. I'm going to get a view on the storm over here. Alright, that is a nice anvil on the back of that thing. Okay. See the anvil, everyone? Yep, yep, yep. Alright. Let me get a good look at both these storms on radar and then we'll make a decision which way to go. If you have thoughts if we should stick with the Quartzsite mess or if we should work our way to Blythe, based on what you're saying, let me know. Yeah, the road I'm on is terrible. That I'm aware of. I'm just pulling off to decide which of these storms I'm going to go after. It's got the one with the severe tag. Take a look. You see that beautiful rain shaft? Still going strong right there. Yeah, that storm over by Blythe just really looks like a hailer right now. You know, I'm going to let that storm by Blythe cook. And I want to get on this one back here, behind it, behind the Quartzsite one. So if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. We are on 2 severe storms, warned storms, on the Arizona-California border. Hugging I-10, or I-40, I'm sorry, I-40. I was just down in Yuma the other day. All right. Yeah, I actually like the eastern storms more. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go back because they're pretty good right now. So we're gonna hug behind the storm we were just on. Follow it for a little bit. It's moving very slowly. I do like how it's presenting on radar. That Blythe storm mess really is just that right now. Oh yeah. And in front of us, you see that anvil is right now the more dominant. Oof, I really like the look of that one. Alright, we're gonna go after that one, back towards Arizona. And the real trick is to not be caught on flooding on the freeway. Hey, no problem, Angela. Just tune in, tune out, do some chores. That's what I do when I follow other chasers. Alright, hold on. This is one of those quieter days that had an interesting look on it, and I was like, yeah, I'll bite. As I was talking about these storms around here have the opportunity to ingest some inflow from all that clear, warm air. And if you're going to get an interaction that has tornado genesis, that's how you're going to get it. The storm to our north, the one we were just on, still has inch hail, 6 mile per hour winds. So does the one to the east. But the one we just passed is now re-entering. Yeah, it does flood quite easily out here, so I'm going to whip north in just a minute to get behind this storm, because I have no interest. I'm waiting for the other storm to cross the road, to cross the freeway, which it's doing right now. I have no interest in being caught in that. But once we whip around here, you should get a good view of that storm. So if you're following me on Spotter Network, I am going east now on I-40. Back to Quartzsite here. This storm that went outflow dominant now looks like it's ingesting some clean, fresh air. I think that is a great opportunity. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We're up to 268 people watching right now. That is awesome. Please hit like and subscribe. It really helps. And I'll be definitely chasing Dixie. We're doing a lot of work on my car for the next 2 weeks. I wasn't even supposed to be out today, but I couldn't resist. Whitewater Rapids. Yeah, definitely. If you were tuning into my Tucson stream a few weeks ago, we all learned that firsthand. That was rough. So I'm going to be following right behind the rain shaft for a minute here. Oh man, I really like this clear air. The only reason I'm not going straight for... Oh yeah, that storm. Actually, both these cells look really interesting, but I'm not going to go after the storm to the east until it gets further across the road. So imagine I-40 right now is just a mess. But now really you're getting, if you look on radar, you're really getting two separate embedded supercells here, both with strong updrafts. All right. I actually think the one to we're gonna go east because there are a couple off-roads. We're going right after that storm. It's going northeast, so we'll be coming right behind it through the mountains. Hope everyone's having a good day. About to drive through some beautiful mountains over here. Oh, 273 people watching. Wow, thank you so much. All right, I'm going to pull off here because I want to show you there is an area of interest on the storm behind us that you can actually see pretty clear. Because I'm waiting for this other storm across the road. Oh, the one by Blythe went severe warned as well. Probably for a hail shaft. Yeah, let me show you this area of interest. Your day literally just started. Nice. Nice, Wolfstone. I've been up for a while. My dog, my cat, and my children all needed my attention. All were given. It's very nice about a local chase, because I can help there. Like being able to help my kids get to school and stuff. All right, so if you're just tuning in, oh, it is I-10. Why did I say 40? Oof. My brain is fried today, chat. All right, so if you're just tuning in, we're hopping between a couple embedded supercells. One north of Quartzsite and one east of Quartzsite. If you look, there's the rain shaft that we just were on, and just to its west, very high base area of interest. Now we have 3 severe warned storms. The one I like the most, we're just going to U-turn here. I like that one the most, by far. I know exactly where to go, too. But you'll see the area of interest on the storm as we pass. There you go. 2 high based. We're going to go after this storm just east of Quartzsite. It's looking pretty organized on velocity. Oh yeah, absolutely. 10:49. Yeah, get to bed. No worries. Hope to catch you around on future chases. This is one of our more chill, non-tornado alley days. Blythe storm is just a hail monster right now. If there is something on the storm north of Quartzsite, it's completely rain wrapped now. Any circulation. But this one in front of us, it's pretty hard to see. I think it has a great opportunity. Yeah, sweet dreams. I was starting here a lot earlier then. Glad I got out here on time. Alright, yeah, we're gonna get through these mountains fast. If you look off to the side of the road, you're going to see how much water accumulated. The place got a nice little flood out. Yep, hold on. Alright, so we're about to drive through some mountains here, and then we should get a good view of the storm on the other side. It's either going to be this one or it's going to be the Blythe storm. This one piqued my interest first. Definitely a lot of rain that just fell here. I do think the Blythe storm, its lightning is upticking, which is a good sign. But I think it's going to be entering more stable air from everything that was out front of it. 307 people tuning in. Thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We are just east of Quartzsite, Arizona, which is on the border of Arizona and California. Chasing severe warning storms. Boy, that storm by Blythe just became a monster. Look at that, lightning on it. I like the velocity signature on the one I'm going after. Yep. I don't want to be caught flooded out on the river either. We're just going to hop between all three of these. See what we can get. There's one right in front of us. These got little storms firing all around too. Monsoons are just absolutely gorgeous. I really like the look of this eastern storm right now. Yeah, Carol, I can't really get a good view of what's going on with this storm over these mountains, and I could just whip around back. That Blythe storm is not moving, which is why they put a flash flood warning on it preemptively. I really don't want to be caught in a flash flood situation again. It's just really hard to see this one right now because of the sun. However, that sun might work to its advantage as well. I know I say that a lot, but supercells love having clear, fresh air to pull in. It's like an engine. It needs both inflow and outflow. And when that gets choked off, the storm becomes outflow dominant, and that's like the death of the storm. Hi, Annette. Thank you so much for joining. We're just outside of Quartzsite, Arizona, heading east, going after a very interesting shaped cell. I mean, all of these storms are super interesting, but I think the one, and it has an uptick in lightning, the one to the east has the most classical signature on it, and so that's what I'm going after. Blythe looks like a mess. It's powerful, but it's got to cook for a bit. All right. If you're just tuning in too, my name's Sean Boise Olson. I'm a chaser based out of Arizona. I also work out of Minnesota. Alright, so it looks like there was an accident on this side a little while ago. Bummer. And just a heads up, if we ever come out into search and rescue, I will turn off my camera. It's just the way I roll. But yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button, because we're going to be going all over the country in the next couple weeks, or next couple months. Except a certain week or two in October where I'm going to Hawaii with my family. My wife has been so incredibly patient while I have gotten absolutely nuts in the northern plains. Alright. Alright, we're gonna keep going straight. This storm is parked right over the freeway. Actually, I might get off on I-60 so I don't get stuck in freeway traffic. That is what I'm gonna do, chat. It's that darkness right in front of us. This is the storm I'm on. We're going to try to get right into it. The darkness. Oop, lightning. What I really don't want is to be stuck on a freeway behind a couple people who are trying to avoid a hail shaft. No thanks. So 60 runs at a 45-degree angle to I-40. Great question, William. I'm chasing on the border of California and Arizona. There was highlighted today by the Storm Prediction Center possibility of supercells forming, which looks like they have. There are a couple with updrafts, so that's a supercell, and the possibility for localized tornado threats. Yeah. So we are currently chasing a storm I like. Just east of Quartzsite. We're going on I-60. Storm is just barely... These storms are moving incredibly slow. But you should be getting some lightning right in front of you as we go, too. Blythe storm is also looking very enticing as it's starting to organize. But I see on the back of this one has like an inflow tail. Yeah, the Cape did look really good, William. Earlier we had a pretty explosive storm go through the eastern side of Quartzsite. The very strong hail shaft. Dew points are quite high. both this storm and the storm to the north have both tightened in rotation as well. Which I got a good view of that. Alright, dialing in, whipping around. Got ourselves a small couplet. If you look north of, very small rotation, actually intensifying north of Quartzsite. Is there a road? There are no roads. We are on Bob's Road. This one's looking good too though, so I'm going to go a little further. I'm still in position to play the other one. How long have I been chasing? Oh, great question. So I chased a lot more about 10 years ago, or 15 years ago. I took some time off because I had kids, and I really picked it up again this last year. So I've been around, all around the Great Plains. I live in Arizona right now. Chased Mile Wide Wedge in Kansas, Mile Wide Wedge in Texas, the Morton, the Gary tornado. You can see the footage online. Something like 15 different tornadoes this year. It's been an absolutely crazy year. Just trying to get you. Hey, thank you so much. Like I said, today is kind of more of a chill day as we're hopping between all of these different storms that are firing that are pretty, very localized. Hopefully once we get over this hill, we'll get a good idea of it. I was tempted for a moment to chase the ooze shiny of the storm north of Quartzsite. Still might. If we get over this hill and we don't see anything. Oh, thank you. You know, thank you so much, Michael. I try to start my streams early because, you know, it occurred to me I live in a really beautiful area, and so I like giving tours. I was going to start this a lot later, but things fired off, as I predicted, much earlier than I thought. So there should be a clearing after these mountains to our right. So if you're tuning in right now, thank you so much. Please hit like and subscribe. We got 3 different severe warning storms across the Quartzsite Blythe area, all capable of dangerous flash flooding, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. A very isolated tornado cannot be ruled out either. The Quartzsite storm is looking much more organized now. Or the Blythe storm. Coming right up on the backside of this one. Take a look at what we can see. Alright. Any area of spin is completely rain wrapped in there. Hey, thank you so much, Melizard. Ash, good question. We are just east of Quartzsite, Arizona. We're going from one supercell to the next. It's actually a really interesting tale on the back of that Blythe storm. Again, in a pretty remote area. Right now we're coming up behind the one can see right in front of us is just incredibly... As of right now, Austin, no tornadoes forming. There is the isolated risk for one. With any of these 3 cells, or any cells that can develop, that interact well with both the boundary to the north and with the geography. The Storm Prediction Center said anywhere in the lower Colorado Valley, which is the Blythe to the Salton Sea, could have a very, very isolated tornado threat. I'll show you what is piquing my interest. It's just how low some of these cloud bases are. You don't get that in the desert. Yeah, it's all high precipitation. It's very hard to see anything. It's also incredibly slow moving. So this storm's updraft is completely obscured by rain and hail. Again, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. 376 people. Wow. Thank you again. My name's Sean. I'm a Arizona-based chaser. Out here enjoying the monsoon. And now another to our north. It's not severe warned yet, but there is, I'll whip around so you can see it. Another storm has lightning popping up with an excellent base on the back of it, and it's completely remote area, but I'll pull in here so you can see it. Just a bunch of interesting storms here. All right, I'll pull in here. Oh, no, private property. Well, if you look behind those trees, you'll see a base. Turn around. If you look here too, this isn't connected to anything. Look how low the cloud bases are there. And that's not tornadic, but that shows you the high dew points here and how they're lowering the cloud bases. Pretty remarkable for the desert. I'm actually gonna pull in here so you can see. Darn bushes, I know. But in this storm I'm just on, if there's going to be anything of interest happening, let's be on this backside. You're going to let it cross the road. And what you're looking for is, again, clear air for it to suck in. Alright, so that storm is just parked over both freeways or highways. Oh, well, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, nature at work right there. Just striking. Yeah, there's no way to get into it. You see these low cloud bases, like, look right in front of us. Alright, so I can see off to our north that storm I was talking about that is not severe warned, but should be. I bet it has pretty strong hail, or winds. Doesn't look like it has much in the way of hail yet. Now we've killed time here. What I was waiting for on the Blythe storm was for it to cross the road more, which now it's timed pretty well that I can get across it. Austin, what area of California are you in? Yeah, the biggest thing, Carol, you're looking at, so humidity, a factor of dew points, is I'm looking at like what the real-time dew points are right now. I like this game we play. So, looking at surface observations around us, you're getting dew points in the 70s, just outside of Blythe. Again, is very, very encouraging. And this whole area just got a bit of an upgrade for some mezzo. Yeah, you should be good from this one in the Central Valley or Central California. Look how low those clouds are, chat. It's not connected to anything. But will not take much to fire off a big storm or a spin up. Alright, we're gonna hit Blythe head on. Should cross the road just in time. So I really want to see what's on the back side of it as it develops those storm interactions. About 15 minutes away. These kind of days always make me laugh of like, choose your storm. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. We're almost to 400 people watching right now. Thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Again, my name's Sean Voisey Olson. This is what I call the more chill exploratory chasing day. If you look on radar, we have a couple different supercells firing off. I don't love the atmosphere that the one east of Quartzsite is now entering. It kind of lost its opportunity to do its thing. I think it's going to hit more dry air. So I am just about 10 miles east of Quartzsite, been hugging this area, going behind storms. If you look at me on Spotter.com, you'll see, or Spotter Network, Spotter.com, you'll see I am between 3 currently warned storms, though in my opinion it probably should be 4, because the one to my north is ticking up in lightning. Yeah, these... I'm gonna get ahead of this guy if I can. These clouds are just barely scraping the hills and mountains. You get an organized storm in just an area of shear, just hitting that geographical boundary at the right time, and you get boom, a spin up. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Playing a little bit of everything right now. I'm frankly impressed. Alright, so they just carried on the warning for the storm to our east. I'm about to get back to the freeway. And Yuma, right now, no supercells in Yuma. There is a storm to your south that does look pretty enticing. Doesn't have a storm track on it, so I'm not sure which way it's going right now. Probably heading north, but it's been there for a while. Doesn't look like it's moving. Let's have some fun. Chat, should I go east on I-40 and chase that storm to the east if you're looking on radar? Or should I go straight to the Blythe one and see what's on the backside when it crosses the road? Both are pretty intense storms. Let me know what you think. Yeah, actually, Prime, I'm driving my 2015 Toyota Prius, which I know sounds like a strange chase vehicle, but the mileage is outstanding on it. And this weekend we're putting lifts in it, so it can be a better rough roading vehicle. Blythe, yep, all right. The people have spoken. I'll tell you what, one of the best gas stations in America is in Blythe, which may be where my stream ends today. It's looking pretty good now. You guys are so helpful. Thank you. Ash, yeah, that Blythe storm is pretty mean. My biggest holdup was how it's just sort of parked. It was looking pretty disorganized. But let's be getting some storm mergers soon. Great question, Prime. So I'm on 2 windshields this year, one for my car and one for my wife's Subaru Forester. I was using the Forester to chase the northern plains, and I was really good at staying out of hail cores for most of it. Like Gary, no damage. Plevna, no damage. Morton, no damage. However, when I was driving back home to Arizona with my dog in the car, I just happened to hit a hail core when I wasn't even chasing. And it was like far away from the base of the storm. It was like a rotating cell that was centrifuging out hail. And of course I wasn't chasing because I had my golden doodle in. But you know, the windshield got smacked by one piece of hail. And the front of the car got pretty dented up. Yeah, so I am just outside of Quartzsite, Arizona. Jay Slider, thank you so much for tuning in. Heading to Blythe. You can definitely see how dark it is in front from that storm. That might be our pony. I am frankly impressed that there's now 4 discrete supercells all around this area. And honestly, the one I'm most impressed with on velocity is the northernmost one that is not even severe warned yet. Quartzsite kind of looks like a mess on velocity, but one radar is bad here. Actually, it may be getting better. Oh, we have a fly. PDS fly, hold on. That fly is not going anywhere. He is our guide. You grew up in this area, Michael. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Having the Colorado River right there is really cool too. Oh, okay. That's fine. Wow, we just hit 400 people watching. Thank you so much. We're sort of in the transition, hopping from one cell to the other. Just outside of Quartzsite, going to Blythe. The Target I have plugged in right now is AZT, the grocery store, or the convenience store. Oh, hold on. Convenience store on the Arizona side. Gas is cheaper. Which will give us a good opportunity to check out what's going on. Well, welcome, Jay Slider. Sounds like you have a lovely life. We also got some storms firing up just along there as well. I gotta say, in terms of modeling too, I gotta give the Rufus its due. It definitely plotted a big storm right on Blythe right there. Usually it's kind of wish casting because the Rufus seems to want to slab everywhere. Those who don't know, that's the different modeling. There's the HRRR, also known as the HER. The NAM, 3K NAM. It's not my favorite. Alright, we're going to be going through some rain too. Maybe some hail. Nothing super bad yet. What I'm doing as we go is I'm keeping an eye on the southern edges of these cells as well. Everything is super high precip, so it's just incredibly hard. What do you think, Chet? Am I losing another windshield today? Can't roll it out. Blythe is splitting, yep. Actually, the cell is right, almost right in front of us. What is catching my eye right now is on the other side of the mountains. You can see it in the far left-hand side of the screen. So there is a very low cloud base behind these cells. That would be the edge of the Blythe cell we're looking at. Thank you so much again. If you're just tuning in, please hit like and subscribe. We are heading through Quartzsite again. You know, really just getting to know this area. En route to Blythe. We're going over an area that we should be impacted by some pretty strong hail and rain. Gotta be gluttons for punishment. You can see that strong shaft right in front of us. I am keeping an eye, honestly, right in. Hopefully we'll see it better once we get through this precip. On the far left-hand side of the screen, it's a very low cloud base. That would line up pretty well where the updraft is. Question. I'm heading west on I-40. There are not very good road networks north of me. I'm not like crazy impressed by the original storm I was on. Alright, they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Blythe. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, the free option weather-wise is great. And like, to be clear, they don't pay me for anything. I like their app. I use a lot of different apps. So, you know, I'm fine not being paid by an app because I love hopping between things. That's for sure. I mean, I'm not saying I've rejected offers, but all right. And if you're just tuning in, we are straight towards this severe warning storm, rolling through Blythe right now, probably causing major flooding. There's a flash flood warning happening. Mark, I am just passing through Quartzsite right now. A little storm fired up right here. We're going to get through it, and then we should get a clear view of area of interest on this Blythe storm for a little bit. Does Windex work? Yeah, Yuma has intense storms, Jody. I was just there a couple of weeks ago for my stream. I was very impressed. You might get some strong storms later as well. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it down there. Really see the rain sheets up on the mountains there. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Hit that like button. Thank you for the reminder, Kira. Heading towards Blythe. Definitely the most powerful storm in the area. I mean, I will say the storm we just left has a nice kidney bean shape. Just impossible to see anything. Absolutely impossible. It's starting to move away from a favorable environment. Right now, great question. I'm actually, right now, I have some Yokohama tires on here. Pretty standard. I'm going to be upgrading them in the next couple of weeks as well. I'm going to start thinking about winter weather chasing as well. Up in the Flagstaff area, but then also going back to Minnesota. So probably some good winter tires. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Yeah, storm over Ripley does look nice. You know, part of it is I gotta make peace. I can't be everywhere. Definitely strong outflow winds now. If you look to the left side of the screen, you're going to see how low the cloud bases are. Do you see that? That's going to be the edge of the Blythe storm, and that is what has my attention. All you need. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, right there. I'm going to turn the camera a little bit if I can. You'll see off to the right side of the screen, or left side of the screen, I'm sorry. That's the area of interest for me right now. Yeah, Jody, a very slight chance of tornado today. You know, nothing that, like, if something happens, it's going to be most likely weak. Alright, there's a rest stop up ahead too. Miles out. But what we're looking for is a boundary interaction. You can see just over the mountains on the left. Ah! I like jokes. Gosh, I sound actually sad if I say I like jokes. That's it right there. That's the area of interest. Isn't much in the way of pulling off on a freeway, so we're going to do our best. Yeah, really low clouds. Again, high dew points. Helps lower those cloud bases. Really, a lot about tornado genesis is eliminating things that can inhibit it, right? I'm not guaranteeing a tornado. Man, that is dark over there. But if you're just tuning in, I am between Quartzsite and Blythe. I am tracking a severe warning storm. Currently has a very interesting area of interest just passing over the mountains on the left side of the screen. Very hard to see what's going on with it, but we're going to hang on to it. And if we can pull off at this rest stop and get a good view of it, I will. Man, look at that. That looks mean. Alright. Oh, that's right. Dome Rock Road is right up ahead. Excellent. Goodness, that looks very impressive. I hope I can turn around and get you the full view right now. Velocity. Not much there, it's more outflow dominant, but the way it's just hanging there, very impressive. Try to turn the camera more. There you go. Some real saucer action going here. Perfect. Alright, we're going to come back to this area we were at earlier, and we're going to watch this get over the mountains. Lots of people parked here now. Right. If you're just tuning in, we are off I-40 between Quartzsite and Blythe, chasing a severe warning storm, is now showing very suspicious lowerings on the eastern end of it. We're going to pull in. I'm going to get you this full view. Check this out. All right. We are going to keep our eye on this like a hawk right now. Do you see that rising motion right there? Right, it does. The clouds are essentially touching the mountains, and that is where you want to keep an eye out for a very quick, like you could get a very quick spin up that way, because like the mountains act as a boundary. I'm just going to get out and take a photo and send it to the National Weather Service. But this is the area of interest. Yeah, so I'm in Arizona, between the city of Quartzsite, Arizona, and Blythe, California, right on the border. I'll be right back. You can look up where I am on Spotter.com. The last time Una had a tornado is 1956. Wow. Alright, we really are just waiting to see this thing cross the mountains here. Then we're going to get a much better idea. And then if we don't like what we see, we have a very thin window to just turn around. You see on the right side all of that Scud feeding right back into it. I'm seeing some left to right motion on it as well. Does look very suspicious. There's literally no way I can get any closer. Unless I had some hiking poles, which I do. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, thank you so much. We are just outside of Blythe, California, and Quartzsite, Arizona, watching this storm brew interact with the mountains. Yeah, that is some very suspicious motion on the right side. We want to keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's a lot of Scud. But again, what you're looking for is a boundary interaction. Yeah. I'm not quite the shape I was in when I was 20. I can't outrun a tornado on foot in the mountains. I'll take a video. Yeah, Lindsay, Scud is that like it's that like kind of scary looking disconnected cloud that you can see rising up into a storm. I imagine these people might ask me a question. While we're waiting, I'm just going to get out the camera. Oh, sorry. I did it again. There you go. Man, that sucker is just not moving, huh? It's going at its own pace. While we wait, thank you so much. Like and subscribe. I'll be back in just a minute. Do you see it coming over the mountains there? That is awesome. All right, this is what I'm talking about. The cloud bases are lowering, right? But see the clouds interacting with the mountain base there. It used to not put as much weight in the idea of geographically boundary influenced tornadoes. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but it's just fancy Scud. It's gorgeous though, huh? Oh, look at the sheets of rain. Yeah, ever so slightly, some left to right motion as well. That is awesome. All right, let's take one more photo. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I'm giving you as much time as I can, but I'm going to need you to jet back east in a minute. Scud fingers. This hail, that is strong hail. Check it as I drive here. Wow. All right. Time to go. Hail. Strong hail right here. So just watch out, it'll mess up your car. Yeah, look at that hail shaft right in front of us. We'll get out just in the nick of time, chat. I will laugh so hard those guys turn into it. I'm gonna try to get ahead of this so we can get another view. Weren't those Scud fingers just amazing? Oh, I love it. All right, back to Quartzsite. Yeah, we are live, Noah. We are just west of Quartzsite, Arizona. Now being chased by a very strong hail core right behind us on a storm. Wow. Okay. I don't have time to stop, but the mountain behind me is completely draped in hail. Like, you can see streaks of white along it. So I'm gonna get ahead, get back to Quartzsite. All right, here comes the hail. Who's ready? I'm going to turn my camera back this way. Thank you so much, everyone, for who's watching. Please hit like and subscribe. Sorry, I'm gonna get out of the hail core. Hopefully the reception will get better. I am laughing because my phone keeps insisting I'm in Minnesota today. So weather-wise keeps updating, saying I'm in the Twin Cities. All right, so we're gonna turn around again so you can get a view. We just barely avoided that hail core. And if the reception is going out, it's because Starlink doesn't work very well underneath a hail shaft and heavy cloud bases. Yeah, it's literally following me. It's my favorite part, is being chased away by the storm. Hit my quota for windshields blown out this year. Alright, so we'll turn around on Highway 95 here so you can get another view. It's moving to the northeast, so like we're moving away from it ultimately. Thank you so much, Lori. I love chasing in Arizona. It's just so gorgeous. You're not always going to get a tour, but you're going to see unbelievable things like those Scud fingers and the hail shaft. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. Coming up on Loves. It is like literally following me. I love it. again, thank you. Please like and subscribe. You know, this is also still a warm-up chase for Dixie, which is right around the corner, chasing anywhere from Mississippi to Arkansas. Texas as well is pretty active, can be pretty active in December. We'll turn around at McDonald's here. Oh, Kara, sorry, there's a severe thunderstorm warning. Yep. Alright. And usually I have a bubble cam. We're going to get that set up again in the next couple weeks. Probably going to be a quiet week. There is a trough that the GFS is saying is coming over the Midwest, I think next weekend. I don't think I'll be able to chase it because my wife is traveling, and you know, one of us is her rental duties. But I looked at where she's traveling and I'm like, honey, you want to just steal my stuff? Alright, I'll turn around so we can see this. Man, Quartzsite is a really pretty town. Just a striking delight. Wow. Okay, first off, do you see the curvature on the view you have now? Isn't that cool? So this has become outflow dominant, but it's nevertheless just gorgeous. I'll pull into this Hardee's, Carl's Jr., whatever you want to call it, parking lot. Okay. I don't know, it always unsettles me when people don't go when they're supposed to. I know they're being nice, but I'm like, no, man. Alright, so check out this line here. It's definitely, it's lining out. Line here, it's lining out. Still probably inch-size hail, which we just avoided. Look. I didn't go any further on. Alright, so this is lined out now into quite a mess. Spitting on its tail cord. I'm just going to look at, while we have that view, I'm going to look at the HRRR. See now what it's looking at. Look at mesoanalysis. To have this thing smack right into us in town here. I think that's the correct way to do it. Man, that storm south of Yuma just has not moved at all. It is in no hurry. See, everything's pretty much lined out here, so we should be getting some pretty heavy rain in just a minute. Yeah, there's definitely a hint of green in the sky, and there was that like aqua blue, which is my daughter's absolute favorite color, greenage. There was strong hail, and some of you probably saw it on the stream coming over the mountains. It honestly looked like a sheet of snow hitting. which was awesome. We're waiting to see. It should be coming right at us pretty soon. Let's see, same. Right now the MD is just about gusty winds, which I'm sure we're about to feel. I'll look over here. I'll zoom in for a minute so you can see this. Zoom in on those mountains, you can see the rain. Hi, Tucker's Adventures. Good to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are chasing we're in the process of being chased by a severe warning storm with large hail just west of Quartzsite, Arizona. Oh no, I'm tipped. Alright, well, Dutch angle it is. Alright, so we're gonna go, mainly rain and wind. I think the tornado threat has subsided. Unless I'm missing something here, but I won't be hit by the rain and wind. I see a good spot to have that happen. So we are in Quartzsite, Arizona, just on the border of California, just east of the Colorado River. There we go. Waiting to be smacked by some of this rain and wind, which should be coming any minute now. Well, that comes. I'll roll down this window right by it. Yeah, mainly flood watches at this point. It's always worth when you have these low probability tornado risks to chase them, because like most of them you won't get it. However, mesoanalysis will be coming out in the next 5 minutes. Well, and every once in a while you get a heck of a tornado as well. I did the same play in Minnesota and South Dakota a couple weeks ago, and I was one of the only chasers on the scene. And if you go into my YouTube, I have the video. It's called the White Rock, South Dakota tornado. There were literally only 4 chasers on it. Yeah, that 1% tornado, William. I will take that over the Oklahoma's conga line any day. I got lucky on a few of those this season. Well, it kept an eye on. I was one of the first people on Paul's Valley, which was the day before Plevna. The Dominator was there too, so I want to give them credit. They drove right into that sucker. Hi, Decky. Just waiting for this storm to ever so slowly smack into us, but it seems to have just stalled. Alright, let me see the track. I'll try to position myself to get smacked better. It turned north. Come on, hit me. Yeah, Reed is crazy, but cool. He's also, when it comes to meteorology, just a genius. He's Dr. Reed Timmer for a reason. Not one of them fake doctors. Doctor Doom. I don't know if Doctor Doom is one of the Marvel guys, or one of the villains is. I need to go a little further north here, because this storm just keeps turning north on me. I'm like, hit me! Hit me! Oh, thank you, Ash. Yeah, the main ones I have up right now, I got the Gary. Gary was wild. And then, yeah, the White Rock. I'm in the process of re-editing my Plevna footage. It was very dark. Like, it was a night rain-wrapped wedge. And then also I chased, the Jamestown and Lake... Wow! There's 3 lightning bolts at once. Oh, I feel so lucky to have seen that. I hope you got that on the stream. Oh, please let me know if you saw that lightning, chat. That was awesome. Oh man, that's the best lightning I've seen all year. It was three bolts at the exact same time across this valley. Oh, that was great. Just getting a little further north on this road because this rain shaft keeps going north on me. Yeah, sorry if the stream isn't loading sometimes. It'd be kind of annoying that way. It's all has to do with the reception here, I think. I'll look. Wow, did you guys hear that one? I'm gonna keep my window open so you can hear the lightning. We are in Quartzsite, Arizona again. Some of the absolute craziest lightning I've ever seen. Come on. Come on. Let's pull back here. If it hits, the lightning is crazy, guys. If it came on the feed. Just multiple bolts. Oh no, it's freezing up. Bummer. Okay. Let me try to get away from the... Alright, I'll keep going. I'll keep going east then. Well, I'm sorry it's freezing up. I'll try to work on that for future streams. You know, part of it too might be I don't have my cell phone extender antenna up right now, just because I don't have a lot of voltage on. I don't have I have too many things plugged into my lighter outlet here, so I had to prioritize. Well, couldn't hide from it forever, huh? Here comes the rain, indeed. I'm going to try to get ahead of it because the rain's causing me to lose reception. I don't think I'm getting ahead of it, chat. Oh, hold on. There you go. Sorry about that. So just in case my chat dies, it looks like power is out here as well. Wow, lightning is crazy. So it looks like there's some power outages in Quartzsite here. Just in case my chat goes out, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm going to try to keep it going just so you can enjoy the rain. There's only so much I can do with the, I'm going to pull into this market here. With the rain shaft. I'm going to turn around so you can try to get some of this lightning here. Yeah, I do have a Starlink, and it's great. So there's been some crazy lightning bolts right here, so we're just going to hold it for a minute. I have a Starlink. It does not work as well once you get under heavy rain shafts. And so that's why I have a couple different cell networks for backup. What I don't have right now is my booster set up on top of my car because I was having electricity issues. So I reduced the amount of wattage. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the storm for a minute. Let's get a little further into it. And then, like I said, I might die out reception-wise. And if that happens, it happens. But I'm going to try to get you some good heavy rain and hail here. Like I said, just be ready for it to disappear. Go right here. It's a pretty solid road up ahead. Oh, is there an accident? Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Going through a severe warm torrential storm in Quartzsite, Arizona. Crazy powerful lightning that was on the live stream earlier. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Alright, we're going to head north a little bit. Can't say no to rain shafts. Drive more in the middle of the road. Yeah, we're just driving through Quartzsite, Arizona on the border of California by the Colorado River off I-40. Torrential rain. Strong lightning. Storm packs a real punch. Not much in the way of gusty winds anymore, though. Trying to get right into the center of the rain. Find a slightly elevated spot. I like this road right here. Cherokee Lane. Let's see if it's paved. Yeah. Great. As you can see, I wanted to show you this. Look how much it's flooded in this lot right here. Oh, Marcy, you have nothing to apologize for. Thank you for tuning in, though. I'm going to park at the stop sign until someone... I don't think anyone's coming behind me. You can see just how strong the rain is falling. Yeah, huge ponding. So I'm gonna make sure I'm at the elevated part here. Too much rain at once indeed. Yeah, it's a very torrential downpour. These are the kind of floods you need to be aware of that can really deteriorate really quickly. Seeing what's up ahead. I would get out, but the cloud to ground lightning is surprisingly brutal. Yeah, is Missouri popping right now? Let this pass. I want to see the ponding. Absolutely, William. Oh, thank you though. I'm on an elevated spot here. I'm going to head back to that gas station. Winds are picking up as well. I spoke too soon when I said the winds were done. Yeah, look at that ponding there. You want to try to, if you're stuck in this, find some high ground. So I'm heading more towards the freeway, towards those gas stations. This thing is just parking over the center of Quartzsite right now. Driving in the center, more in the center of the road is possible, if possible, because it's typically more elevated. I'll get to the backside of this and we'll probably call it a day in a minute. The storm keeps just spitting out its rain shaft. Yeah, never stay under a road pass. Terrible idea. Definitely don't want to do that. Also, oh, this is a great spot over here. You're also just making it harder for other people to escape. Alright. I like this spot right here. It will be my home. Except now there's a truck coming. Oops. Starlink might go out for a minute. Yep. Yeah, never stay under a road pass. Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. You know, this is my first chase in a week. You know, I know it's quiet across a lot of the U.S., but once it heats up again, I'll be on the road. All right, we're reaching the backside. So I'll keep the stream going for a couple more minutes. I'll roll down one of my windows so you can hear the rain better. I think most of the severe threat. It's probably a good time to wrap it up for now, and if it gets crazy again later, as I head back to Phoenix, I'll pop back on. So feel free to head out, but if you just want to sit here and enjoy the rain for a minute, you're more than welcome to as well. Again, my name is Sean. Once this passes, I'll be getting back onto the freeway, but I am not driving the freeway quite yet. Oh my. Actually, that's a lie. I am driving the freeway. I'm heading back because there is a nice little storm at the very front of this. That actually has a nice little bit of rotation on it. I don't know if we'll catch it in time. I might as well keep going. I have to go that way anyway to get home. Based on what I'm seeing online or on Google, traffic seems fine on I-40. Actually, no. It's 20 minutes. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna... Oh, hike. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Quartzsite, Arizona. I was chasing a severe warm storm. Well, I'm gonna try to get to it. Too bad over the freeway right now. Was there not a ramp for here? No! Alright, well. Go that way, I guess. That was a great rainstorm. So further, if you're looking further east, there's now a severe warning storm. It's got itself a nice little bit of, it's weakened on the last scan. It had for a moment there a nice little bit of rotation going. Is where we need to be careful. If I see, looks like the road is fine, but these dips and all is where you need to be careful of water buildup. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe, please. But you look off to the sides of the road and everything is just rained out. Making a plot for how to get to that storm. Joey, I'm having a lot of fun. It's been great seeing some hail, torrential rains. That shelf cloud coming over the mountains was just unbelievable. The lightning was nuts. So I always love every chase almost every chase I do. I had one on Saturday that was a bit of a disaster. But right now the torrential rain is the story. Right now I'm going to play catch up a little bit with, there is a nice little storm at the very front of all of this convection that is severe warned. Don't know if I'll get to it in time. Here's where you need to be very careful crossing. If that were just a little higher, I would have just turned around. This is awesome, where I think I'm going to be happy just being on the freeway. Yep, the rain is definitely increasing, and there's more rain right behind it here too. This whole area is just going to get flooded throughout the day. So now I'm going to try to blast east, and I have to go home that way anyway. Children to help put to bed. And we're going to see if we can catch the backside of the storm. It's at the very front. It's not the most favorable environment. Again, everyone, I really want to thank you for tuning in. Still pretty new to YouTube. My children started this channel for me back in June because they were like, "Dad, you need to do something with your footage." And actually, I've really enjoyed live streaming. It's great to be able to give you real-time updates about what's going on. It's definitely weakening on the newest scan, but I'm still interested in it. After that Utah tornado, everything makes me jumpy. Oh, okay, I'm sorry about the drop frames. Thank you so much, William. I've really enjoyed being here for you. I'm moving away from the major storm, so that's been causing my connectivity issues. But if this one cell I'm chasing doesn't perform much, we'll call it a day. Should be within visual in about 15 minutes. Maybe a little longer. It's now definitely turning more into a it's kind of a mess. But hopefully some people who needed rain got some rain today, that's for sure. Yeah, so the cell just north of I-40, about 20-30 miles east of Quartzsite, that just sort of popped up in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, have a good one, William. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely it's trying to produce. Whether it will, that's another story. I think it might be a little too far east. I'm going to try to get to it. Probably I will take I-60. Or not I-60, Highway 60. Try to get behind it. Stay off the freeway. That gives me the opportunity to at least see it from behind. Did I say 40 again? 10. Well, I'm sorry. And you know, it's embarrassing because literally I lived in SoCal on I-10. My brain is broken today. Thank you, Marcy. I-10. 40 is Williams. That's one of those things I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be like, why did you say 10 so much? Or 40. But that little storm is just, it's not stopping anytime soon. That's, alright, great. And it's pivoting to, currently pivoting a little more to the northwest like the other ones. So it might be a good opportunity to intersect it on 60 here. That should get me around. There's some storms between us and it. There's not really any other roads to chase it on. I was pretty stoked to be on that that road earlier that we watched the storm come over the mountains there. We had scouted that out earlier. That's why it's really nice to get to places early, get a feel for the terrain. My hope when I do Dixie is to get to, you know, locations super early and wait for the storms to come to me. Actually, that little storm, severe storm, by just south of Aguila, it's looking pretty good. Thunderstorms firing up all the way west to Indio, the Inland Empire, scattered rain and downpours. Yeah, just extra steamy. I'm hoping that the storms will fire up as I come home here for you guys, Marcy. That's the hope. I'll try to bring the rain with me for you. Oh, you know, actually there is a good road. I'll just keep going on I-40. There is a good road behind that storm. Great. Gotta go that way anyway. Also, I don't want to miss there's some good convection in Phoenix. I don't want to miss it. Yeah, Marissa, thank you so much for watching. I am about 10 miles east of Quartzsite, Arizona on I-10, heading back towards the Phoenix area. I'm about 2 hours out from Phoenix. Storms are firing up all along here, mainly torrential downpours. You get the occasional storm like you'll see if you're following me on Spotter Network. There's a severe storm to my east that has a nice rotating updraft, although it has come down a bit. Did I say 10? I said 10, didn't I? Oh, not again. Did I say 40? I don't know. Sorry, I-10. That's probably the cue that soon I'm gonna close up shop and get some tacos. Not gonna lie. Yeah, so storms are starting to fire up. So what's happening is there's like there's a boundary that storms are firing along. And if you look on any weather app, or if you go to like SPC, you'll see surface observations like temperatures and dew points, and you'll see a very stark difference in temps and dew points north to south along I-10. 10. And that would be where storms are firing. Yeah, Marissa, I love tacos. There's actually a good place, a good truck in Tonopah up ahead, about an hour and a half. Cash only, I think. I like that. I like a agua fresca stand that has a ton of bees, because the bees know what's up. I don't trust an outdoor agua fresca stand that doesn't have bees. Hi Toby, thank you so much for joining us. Blasting east following a line of thunderstorms along I-10 between Quartzsite and Phoenix. Monsoonal madness yet again. Magic, whatever you want to say. Oh, Marcy, chicken noodle soup sounds great. It's a great day if it's raining. Probably that's what I'm going to do. I love to cook. I'm going to rush home, and maybe if it starts raining, that's my cue to make chicken stock. We got a storm intensifying to our south as well that might cross the freeway as I'm driving across it here. I get about 15 minutes here and I'll catch up to whatever storm is going to be to our north. If it doesn't look impressive, I'll call the stream for the night. But I just want to give the opportunity, just because we'd be well positioned if it's going to pop off. I noticed lightning's come down on it. Oh. This is wrong. Marcy, I'm glad you're recovering. I mean, I think it's totally okay to not do anything. Just rest up. Alright, turn the camera because there's some good cloud to ground lightning that's happening that direction. Toby, where in California are you from? And good evening, 320 Air. Thank you so much for joining. If you're just tuning in, I just left a monsoonal downpour in Portside, Arizona, driving east towards the Phoenix area. Stockton. Well, thank you so much for joining. Rain might get a little heavy here. Yep. Got to manually turn off that. You are absolutely right, T-Man. It is the remnants of Mario. So I'm all about chasing that outer band action. It'd be a wild, grab bag of things. Give it a couple more minutes here. See what this storm out front, this leading storm, does. I'm intrigued because it's pretty far ahead of everything else. Rain should be letting up in just a minute. Lightning is definitely intensified right behind me, though. Yeah, I really hope we get some rain in Scottsdale today. That would be great. Like, definitely, we've had amazing days of a monsoon, but it's been, like, underwhelming for the most part. And yeah, I gotta get home pretty soon and get ready. My friends are going to be coming this weekend to help me install the lifts in my car. So I got to clean out my garage so we actually can do it. And thank you so much. We have over 400 people watching right now. My name's Sean. I'm a storm chaser based out of Arizona. Travel all around the Great Plains as well. Spend my summers in Minnesota. So, please like and subscribe. Chase plenty of tornadoes. I also just love chasing monsoons and giving you tours of where I go. I mean, like, even on the freeway here, just seeing these saguaros, sorry, out the window is just so cool. Yeah, Mesa needs rain. Yep. No, our little target storm has come down a ton. What does Thanos say? Reality is often disappointing. Oh, wow. Storm in front of us. The rain shaft on the left as we come over this hill is just beautiful. Looks like something out of a dream. Look at that. Camera in here. Camera ain't turning. Wow. Oh, I can't see the local emergency in New Mexico. So I'm driving through the rain. If there's someone in the chat that could investigate it, though, that would be awesome. You know, I think I haven't given up on this other little storm because part of the issue might be that the radar is pretty terrible out here. Reaching for the sky, I am on I-10. I keep saying 40. I'm on I-10. My brain is fried, apparently. It's been a crazy week. And so, heading back towards Phoenix, we're investigating one isolated cell out in front of this line that was showing some signs of rotation and a strong updraft. Might have come down, but it might also be because radar is so bad out here that there's a radar hull between the mountains. So either way, we'll find out when we drive that way. Yeah, Prescott hasn't gotten anything. I did look. It seems like, Danny, that tomorrow might be your guys' day. Though you might get something later tonight. I don't know if I'll be up there. Just because I might be on parental duty. Though I do love chasing up in the mountains. Man, that rain in front is just unreal. Look at the curvature on it. You gotta drive through it. And then that should give us a good view of once we... Wow. Some good lightning coming off these storms too. It's a little hard to see, but on both sides of the freeway, desert's just washed out. Looks like marsh. This whole area, any dirt roads are going to be just impassable, so don't. Again, if you're just tuning in, heading east on I-10 back towards the greater Phoenix area, chasing a storm of interest that just had a severe warning tag extended, 3/4 of an inch hail, 60 mile per hour winds. That's our target storm. I don't know if we'll get to it in time, but or if it's like clearly SPC sees something I don't on radar, just because I'm kind of in a radar hole right now. Since I'm driving, I don't want to play with all the different stations. Yeah, Danny, there should be some development for sure. I might go, who knows, I might have a second live stream later just to do some lightning fun tonight. Maybe I'll try to get the bubble camera going. Or I might spend it with my kids watching out. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of water buildup on the side of the road. I think probably the queue is in the next 10 minutes they will either extend the severe tag on that storm that we're chasing, or they'll take it off. And if they take it off, I'll probably end the stream there, just because I don't want to waste your time, and I might go live again later. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. We are on I-10, heading towards Phoenix, the greater Phoenix area. Tracking some severe storms. I'm going to try to turn the camera so you can see this just amazing hill shaft. And if it gets all funky, it gets all funky. There you go. Worth it. See that? Wow. Whew. Got startled. Call back later. Check that out. Yeah, so the storms are moving mostly north. They're oscillating between northeast to the northwest. So if you think of like bands of a tropical storm, oh man, I hope you got that. So the short answer is to the northeast. Sorry if I'm not looking at chat right now. I'm just going to get through this rain shaft. Oh, nice. Hi, Shannon. Thank you so much for joining us. Glad I'm giving you guys something to watch here. Hopefully, I'm really hoping this rain comes towards Phoenix. Hopefully that convection means you're going to get some rain. That it holds out for another couple hours. I want nothing more than that for my friends in Phoenix. Yeah, that development. Danny, you saw Meso development? Yeah. Where was that again? Oh my. Over these mountains. We should get a view of whatever is severe warned still. And then, you know, depending on what happens there, probably call it a night if it doesn't look very impressive. Again, I just want to thank you all for tuning in. This is awesome. I have so many here with me. We're at over 400 people watching right now. Oh, big bubble clouds. Hope they're crispy, not wispy. Maybe I'll be chasing this convection all the way back to Phoenix. I'll probably get off for a little bit then. You know, in the Midwest, I think there is a slight chance for severe weather in a portion of the Midwest. I don't have it on me right now because I can't look through. It's not too easy to look through. Oh, actually, I can just yell at this thing and do Yeah, the yellow risk is mainly in Missouri, and then a marginal that extends from the Texas Panhandle all the way to Des Moines, and then a marginal across most of the Midwest and the North, the Northern Plains. So you could get something bubble up today. You know, never say never. How many times has the Midwest and the Northern Plains overperformed this year, right? Alright, gonna enter some more. Sorry on the skewed camera, folks. When I don't have the bubble, it's just the camera work of a madman. Alright, here we go. Special weather statement on the storm just south of me, south of I-10. That northern storm is still severe warned. Should expire in about 5 minutes unless they extend it. Alright, move over one lane, like this lane more. I like it's bad. I mean, this is probably just gonna bubble and convect all the way to Phoenix. Can't complain about that. It's funny because I'm probably wrapping up the live stream close to when I promised it would start, but you know, it's just the nature of it. Sometimes weather doesn't wait. Okay, the frontage roads are completely flooded out to my left and right, and I see people trying to drive and wade through them. Do not do that. I don't know if you can see it either side of me, but the desert is completely washed out. Dirt roads will be impassable on I-10 east of Quartzsite. Flooded. Yeah, I gotta get my bubble cam to show this more. But if you look out I'll get close to the side here. If you look out to the right hand corner, you'll see it's just like marsh. So we'll be really curious to see what the National Weather Service does about that severe warning. If they're going to extend it, if the storm has died off, like it looks like on radar to me, but radar hole, yeah, Arizona totally doesn't get enough rain, for sure. I tell you what, when it gets rain this quickly, like the flash flooding, think about that episode of the Magic School Bus of the desert. Like, that kind of flash flooding, oh, it's real. That's always my reference point. Then everything gets really pretty. a few for you. It is wild how glitchy. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Actually, I gotta get ahead of this next rain shaft. I don't really have time. I'm almost ahead of all the convection. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps. Yeah, things I'm excited to chase this year. Dixie, I've only gone down to Dixie a handful of times in my life. I'm a northerner, so I love the snow, so I'm probably going to go do some winter storm chasing, both in the Midwest and in Flagstaff if I get the opportunity. My big dream is to do a lake effect. I don't think it's probably going to happen this year, just because of resources. Okay, so they took the severe tag off that storm, so that's telling. The one south of us has a special weather statement, but we're getting out ahead of this convection. Yeah, I would love to do a lake effect. Go to like Buffalo and honestly go to a Bills game there in their OG stadium this year. I'm sure that costs $1 million. Yeah, a lake effect is basically a snowstorm that happens off of the Great Lakes, specifically mainly Lake Erie, that impacts upstate New York. Great question, Lindsay. And that you can get just like feet, like 7 feet of snow or something crazy like that in a 48-hour period. Absolutely insane levels of snow. So I've seen some of the chasers. I know last year Brandon Kopic, and Connor Croft were out chasing them. And it's very localized too. It'll be like one city will get nothing, and then the next city 10 miles away will get 5 feet of snow. Thunder snow too, yeah. Yeah, special weather statement too is there's different warnings that the National Weather Service puts out. Great question. And so, obviously severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, and you'll see those boxes on a radar. There's also what's called a special weather statement, and that basically means, just to distill it up, hey, we're keeping an eye on this storm because it has 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts, or has like quarter-inch hail. Not enough to get it severe warned. In order to be severe warned, you need higher winds than that and larger hail. But it's a precursor usually to, we expect this storm to grow in intensity. And it can be helpful too when you're targeting storms to know which one the National Weather Service has its eye on. And right now they have their eye on the one just south of us. Hey, thank you. Glad I could help. And you know what? Senny, snow is not for everyone. Totally cool. Like I was saying earlier, there are things I'm not for, like, I am iffy on inland hurricanes because I don't like water. Torrential water like that. Earthquakes are an absolute no for me now, after living in California. You should be seeing on the right side of the, wow, so much convection right behind us as well, where we just were. But on the right side of the road, you'll be seeing the rain shaft crossing the road from the special weather statement storm. Might even get a little bit of hail here. I don't know, part of me, yeah, I've already gone to college and gotten my degree, but part of me wants to utilize being here at ASU and going for a meteorology degree. ASU has an excellent program. Alright, here we go. Hey, Starlink might cut out. If Starlink cuts out, my apologies. Welcome to the Arizona monsoon, y'all. And we just changed radar stations too. Haven't had a chance to look, but probably give me a better idea of what's on this side. Thunder in Prescott. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys get some rain there. Man, I cannot emphasize enough how much the desert around me is just mud and lake right now. Yeah, honestly, it looks like the marshland of the Boundary Waters right now, or even like the dead marshes from Lord of the Rings. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can't turn down the encore performances of the Monsoon Mercy. And that fly is still with us, by the way. He'll be so confused when I let him out. Alright, I'm going to get off on this road for just a moment so you can see the stunning view of the mountains in front of me. Or off to my side. And that might be where I end the stream for a bit. And I might come back later, but I gotta show you this view quick. Just 1 mile up. I'll show you why chasers fall in love with Arizona. Actually, the storm I'm going to be pointing you right at is the one with the special weather statement. It looks pretty good. Yeah, so I'm on I-10. I'm pulling off on exit 69, Avenue 75E. Just ahead of the main rain shaft on the special weather statement storm. I'm really interested in its structure right now. Excuse me. But more than anything, I just gotta show you the view. Turn up ahead here. This guy might not be happy with me turning here. I just want to show you this. Look at that. Unbelievable, huh? I think this guy is like, what the hell are you doing? I just wanted to show that off. So that is the special weather statement storm. actually is growing pretty nicely and has some interesting signature. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get this fly out, because he's really, there we go. Be free, my friend. Are there any other passes up ahead? Yes, up ahead there's another road. This is an interesting little storm, so I'm going to try to get a view of its backside and call it a day. Yeah, there's lots of people parked around here. I just saw him staring at me, and I was like blasting a camcorder in his face. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong here. Am I the a-hole? Hey, thank you so much, Leo. I really appreciate it. It's very nice to have you here. You know, I really enjoy just sharing the cool weather and what I'm seeing with everyone. And also to get time, you know, today the main thing was flash flooding, but to get timely warnings off. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm very new to live streaming. I just started. My first real live stream was Gary, and I just threw it up quick. And I didn't think I was a live streaming person, but then I had friends who used my live stream to let their family know in Clear Lake and Gary that there was a tornado there, right? Because like the warnings are super important from the National Weather Service, but I think what's cool about this is it bridges the gap, so like you can share very locally. And so I was like, that was great. I'm just glad I could help. Oh, thank you so much, Senny. Senny? Appreciate it. And like I said, I think probably then I'm going to pull up the next exit and give a closing view of those mountains. And then, you know, I might go live later if we're going to get thunderstorms coming through Phoenix. Oh, I can see the bubblers off in the distance. I hope that bodes well for everyone. That's up by, yeah, that would be Prescott. So that's the lightning you were talking about. Off on the left there. I gotta go, after this, put on my hat of, fundraiser for my daughter's high school choir. And so I really appreciate that you all were here with me during these storms. That was fun. I'm still kind of interested in the southern storm. I think they might severe warn it in a minute. Learning how to I did try live streaming at the beginning of the Jamestown Lake City tornado, but like my first successful live stream was Gary, and learning how to do all of that while I filmed, you know, some footage that was used quite a lot on the news, but then learning how to live stream during the tornado of the year. It was a learning curve. I enjoy figuring stuff out as I go. If you're just tuning in or heading out, we're just leaving this line of storms that's blew up along the lower Colorado River Valley, hopefully heading more towards Phoenix where rain is needed. The next overpass I get, I'm going to turn around so you can see the storm over the desert. I'll leave the camera going there for a few minutes while I check in with my wife, and then I'll turn it off. But if you're just heading out, I know things are winding down. I just want to thank you so much for sticking around and joining me. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Love to see you again. Most of all, I just love going on adventures. I also really want to bring my wife out on maybe not a Gary tornado chase or Plevna, but some monsoon adventures. So, yeah, you take care too, Sunny. Thank you so much. All right. If I ever get another overpass, there's a rest stop up ahead. Towers are really firing up in the Verde Valley. Oh, I'm really hoping y'all get the rain. I'm rooting for you today. We're hitting where the rain hasn't gone, and it's wild to me just how dry it is right here in the lakes. Alright, here we go. Overpass coming up. Hi, Andrew. Yeah, I'm heading east, trying to get to the next overpass to turn around and look at this special weather statement storm behind me. Not an outside chance that it's about to go severe warned. That's probably where I'll wrap up the stream if it looks like it's dying down. I might hop on later if there's going to be a light show in Phoenix tonight. Just overwhelmed by just how awesome all of you are. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Here comes the overpass. So I'm going to try to find a good spot here to just ease out the live stream, and feel free to hang out. I'll keep an eye on the radar for a couple more minutes and keep the stream going. My guess is that this storm is going to weaken. It's sort of not hitting the most favorable environment. Oh, yeah. I'll fix that next time. This camera just resets whenever I put a new battery in. Yep, getting my way back. Oh, you know, and you got these little, if you look right in front of me, you got a Q field going up right in front of me. And that is, hopefully within the next couple hours, going to be precipitation for the greater Phoenix area. So, pull off here. See if there's a good place to just pull off and turn around so you can see the just gorgeous storm laying down very high base, so like not much in the way of tornado potential at this at all. Just to be clear, I just think it's really pretty. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'll just pull off here. Outstanding. Alright, I'll zoom the camera in a little bit here too. As you can see. Yeah, Jody, I am about an hour west of Phoenix on I-10. West of Buckeye, just tracking a severe warned storm. Things are starting to ramp down a little bit with this line. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see this. Oh, so glad to hear. So I'm gonna roll down the windows. Just so you know, I'm gonna turn the wipers to a minimum. Seems like there's not enough rain to warrant them. And I'm gonna call my wife in the back here. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to head out, that is totally great. I'm going to shut off the stream in about 5 minutes here. So thank you so much. Take care. And I might see you tonight, but otherwise you have a great evening. I'm dying because I swear to God, that just developed a funnel cloud right in front of us. Just a cold air one, but I'll keep an eye on it for a minute. You can see it on the right hand. It's falling apart now. Some good lightning. All right, y'all have a great night.